What is up, you guys? As you can tell, I probably look a little tired. I'm probably got some dirt on my face. I'd have to check. It is 4 in the freaking morning. So it is Saturday night, currently, well, Sunday morning. And I came out here around midnight. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be out here till about 2. I'm going to give myself till 2 o'clock. 2 hours later, after 2 o'clock, now we're here. I probably should be going inside right now, and I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not, but as we stand right now, literally every fluid is filled, coolant's filled, power steering is filled, brake fluid is filled, clutch is bled. It feels really good. I filled it up with oil. I kind of overfilled it. Let's see. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but feels good. I might bleed it one more time, but it is there. I can definitely feel it. So yeah, I'm gonna end up taking probably the battery from the GTI because I think all the batteries I have right here are all dead. So this one's been on the charger for like 2-3 days and it's still showing that it's charging. So I think that battery's done for. I do know the GTI battery charged up all the way. We'll still hook up a jumper box, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the battery and just turn the key, see what everything says. I know we're gonna get an airbag light because the seat airbag is blown and I never replaced that. And we have a curtain airbag out too that I never replaced. So we are gonna have an airbag light. I'm just curious on if this thing's gonna start. I'm super curious. I don't know if I should be waiting, but I mean, we have 0 leaks so far after filling up all the fluids. See, we have 0 leaks. If it'll focus. Of course it's not. But anyways, yeah, we're all good. I did a brake refresh job. I re-greased all the pins. I just went over everything. Everything is really nice. Everything is really good. So yeah, I say we get to it. I'm nervous. My heart's kind of racing because I'm tired. I'm kind of overtired and I'm just like super excited at the same time. So before we do start it, I'm gonna mention we don't have VSS hooked up. That is not hooked up, and the power steering plug is not hooked up either. So you can probably see it down here. Man, my camera's been shitty lately. So it is down here, and the plug ended right here. So with the automatic, the harness routed a little bit different, so the power steering didn't end up reaching. But that's just like a pressure sensor, I think. So I think we'll be good on that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna try starting it. Let's hope it starts. It's 4 in the morning. It might be a little loud. If it does start, I'm just gonna hurry up and shut it off because yeah, I'm by myself and I don't know. All right, so ignition is off, and so we try to hook up this battery. Trying to think if I forgot anything, but I honestly don't think anything has been forgotten. I literally can't think of anything. All right, moment of truth. We're about to touch ground. All right, my heart is racing. The lighting is going to be weird. So since the lighting is weird, my camera's probably going to look weird. Let's see what this thing does. That's the only thing, luggage compartment. We already knew the airbag fault was going to pop up. Should we try it? Immobilized or activated. Okay, let's see. And we have no starter. This is where the fun begins. Trying to trace down why things don't work. We'll eventually get it. I don't know. I'm gonna put the booster on here and see what it does, but maybe the battery's too low. I don't know. I think it's something with the starter wiring. Like I said, we're doing a clutch safety. I should see what it does when I unplug the safety. Yeah, let me try that. Let's see what that does actually. See if that does anything. Still nothing. Nope. Yep. Now it's time to hunt down why we have issues. Like I said, this is kind of why I was regretting not using the automatic harness, because I knew things weren't going to possibly be plug and play into the plenum. So yeah, where we stand. I can check relay. I mean, I can check the fuses and relays, but other than that, really don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I mess with this thing again. I'm about to wrap it up and go to bed. I'm not so nervous anymore because now I know it's some sort of wiring corp. Yay, just what I wanted to deal with. I should have just fixed the body on the freaking manual car. Probably what I should have did. I probably would have had less hours into it. All right, so I do not recommend doing this, but since we're not getting power to the starter, I'm actually going to try to jump the starter and see what it does. It's going to be tough with the battery right here. Ooh, it did start. No way. No way. It started and ran. That's crazy. Guess we really don't need the jumper. Wow. My heart is racing right now. Holy shit. So I really didn't think this thing was going to start. The exhaust sounds like ass. I think we have an exhaust leak. I have a minor power steering leak, but that ain't nothing. Wow. Let's double check the oil. But I will say the top end was very loud. Very loud. She's got plenty of oil. I think I'm going to open this door and let it run. All right, let's start her up again. Man, this thing freaking starts. We got to jump it, but it starts. No way, man. Oh no, I jinxed it. I jinxed it. Man, I jinxed it. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, so I think I might zip off this. It's saying something about oil pressure. It's saying oil pressure stopping engine or something. So I really just want to pop. I'm gonna pop the valve cover off and then see if cams are moving. Cams are moving, then we're good, and then hopefully we see some oil up top. All right, so when I pulled out coil packs, this is what we got. A lot of oil in there. So I'm gonna actually do the valve cover gasket, and coils. I have spare coils. Where are you being? This. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting oil up top, so I'm not worried about oil pressure. Definitely not worried about oil pressure at all. Oh yeah, she's got oil up top. All right, I guess I should put some rubber gloves on. So I'm pretty stoked that this thing actually started. I didn't think it was actually going to start first crank. I didn't really, I don't know. The clutch is kind of down. I definitely need to bleed it again. The clutch pedal pretty much goes to the floor. It was good. We're not leaking fluid, so I don't know what happened there. Let's pull this cover off, or gasket, I mean. Which honestly doesn't look that bad. Come on. It broke right there, so that's that. So we will be replacing it. Oh yeah, it's crumbling in my hands. Guess this thing has seen better days. I haven't done a valve cover gasket in I don't know how long. That's funny. This is middle one that's not sealing. There's so much oil. Garbage. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some scraping. This is tight, so that means that's primed. So that means that we do have oil pressure. So currently when we're cranking the engine, it's saying something about oil pressure. And I'm not sure. My buddy said it should start even with that code or even with that fault or whatever it's reading. It did start. So I will say the car does start. It did start. We watched it. We seen it run. So I know it runs. It's just for some reason now it won't start. It cranks and cranks, but it will not start. And then it's beeping something about oil pressure on the dash. So I really just wanted to check. For oil up top on the engine, just to make sure that we were getting oil up here, because that means we do have oil pressure then. And we do have oil up here. So that answers that. I mean, all turbo cars should have oil pressure gauges. Unfortunately, I don't have that gauge. So much leftover gasket in this corner. Luckily, it's wiping right off. Just want to make sure that little channel's clear where you're supposed to put a little bit of gasket sealer. Man, I didn't think this thing was gonna start. I'm still like in shock. Like, holy shit, it started. So it will not move though until I bleed the clutch again. So we do have to do that. Alright guys, let's do this valve cover. This valve cover was supposed to be for the GTI. Oh yeah, she's nice and soft. Yeah, the buddy. Bada boom, bada bang. Alright, silicone, gasket maker. Save this corner. This corner. Alright, so we put silicone gasket maker on all four corners right here. We're ready for our gasket. Alright, so we got our valve cover clean enough. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better. Now we just gotta make sure it sits on flat. Nothing intruding. Gasket's in place. Bada boom, bada bang. I'm not sure on torque spec on these, but I know it's very, very little. It's literally like 7 foot-pounds or something. I literally just use my little hand ratchet. And then if I can find my socket, my ratchet wrench. And I guess we'll start from the center out. And then crisscross. Okay, all good. Spark plugs. Well, let's just hope that didn't break. Wow. Well, there's a lot of oil on my socket, so must be a lot of oil down there. Oh, you know, just soaked in oil. Oh, yeah, you know, just soaked in oil. Yeah, just soaked in oil. And soaked in oil. So your spark plugs aren't supposed to be soaked in oil. Just for future reference, guys. So, oops. They actually look like they're in decent shape, but they're soaked. I'm going to try to inspect down in the cylinder before we go and put these new plugs in. Well, these new old plugs, these are the GTI's old plugs, and they were actually in decent shape. When I did the new turbo, I did new plugs. For future reference, this is what focus. This is what a spark plug shouldn't look like. Of course, I don't want to focus on the one item. See, that's all burnt. Then here's a decent spark plug. Even though they're auto lights, I'll feel better about putting them in because they're not soaked with oil. We are going to put anti-seize on them, of course, because I'm not about to have them stuck in the head. So we got our new spark plugs. Our new used spark plugs. And I don't even know what they're gapped to be honest. So I always go as tight as I can, holding it right here, and then I go an additional 90. All right, there's that. Let's pop our newer coil packs in. They're not all oily. All right, guys. Well, I did have one vacuum leak, so I forgot this wasn't hooked up to the PCV or to the crankcase, so that was pretty much like an open hole for the intake. So that could have been throwing things off, but now we have new valve cover gasket, new spark plugs, new coil packs, reset the battery, and we're gonna try this again. It's kind of late. This car is fucking loud, but whatever. Let's make sure the key is off. The only thing I didn't check is, oh, let me see if the fuel gauge is working. It says we have a half tank. So we got fuel, and I heard the pump kick on. Alright, so I'm just sitting here revving it, trying to get some heat out of this thing. It's starting to get warm. Looks like it's holding temp. It actually sounds really good. So after revving it up for a few minutes, or just a few seconds, the lifter noise went away. She's running. It's smoky as shit in here. I do have the garage open though. Yes, I got the garage doors open. I'm pretty stoked. So we are up and running. The only thing we don't have is speedo. There's a VSS, and then I don't have power to the key right now. So as of right now, we're jump starting it, and I mean it's working. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Oh yeah, we got some heat now. I don't have any more coolant or water, so I gotta be careful. We still got some in there. Oh yeah, definitely quieted it down. This thing's purring. Pulling about 20, yeah, it's like 18 vacuum, which is about normal. My GTI pulls about 20, so it's about average. We do got it's a lot of smoke, but it seems like, I think it's just moisture. It's like super cold out right now, so yeah, it's gotta be just moisture, because this thing sounds so healthy. I'm pretty stoked. I'm glad I took my time on a lot of this stuff. The only thing I really got to figure out is why it's not starting with the key. And we also got to bleed the clutch again. It does engage, but the pedal goes to the floor. So like right now, it's in neutral. Let's see if I can show you guys. See, we'll pop it into first. See, the pedal is super soft. It don't even want to spring back. It's at first. So we're all good. It is grabbing. Temp's holding. Yo, I'm stoked. This car's up and running. There's a few more things I gotta check off the list, but just knowing that this thing runs and starts and drives now, it's like, man, I'm pretty geeked up just to daily this car. It's literally $1,000 car. I don't know why I'm so excited to daily it, but yeah, that's gonna be a wrap for tonight. I gotta work tomorrow and it's 1 a.m. So I'll catch you guys next time. This thing is running way too good right now. Way too good. The engine is so quiet. We got heat. All fluids. We have no leaks. Man, I'm geeked. I've never been so geeked up. Smooth. So quiet.